Typed in gift for Phoenix Wright, and that was the first gift. I'm not joking. Oh my god. Digley's Phoenix Wright's son. Bring your child to work day. Oh my god. Alright. Are you ready for Phoenix Wright, Kita?
Yep.
Alright.
Let me get in
up.
game.
Oh, okay. And we have that sweet, sweet gay couple in the corner. Hopefully they're not in the way, otherwise I'll put back on gay cam if they are. Because I don't know with them being in the lower corner like that. Kata's playing Phoenix Wright.
I am. Stop looking at me.
I'm sorry. Alright.
It's private.
Save data in 3, 2, 1, go. February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. We saw.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Good morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's gonna happen to Mystic Maya.
I'm sorry, we don't know yet.
She's dead, Pearls.
The investigation is still going on. How? So I wasn't allowed into the Inner Temple. Why are we doing a trial if the investigation's not done?
Oh, I see. You're useless. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the Inner Temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange.
Is this Godot? I'm not actually sure.
YOLO?
YOLO? I don't know. Oh no, it's not Godot.
Is it Gumshoe?
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Our husband. Edgeworth? What's Iris doing over there?
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Wait, what?
The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard.
Inappropriate. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? Oh, Franziska. I was thinking Godot, but Franziska.
I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
Damn it! Why do you have to ruin my fantasies, Edgeworth? What? Then who is?
Who else would it be but Godot?
He's jealous. Godot?
Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's
trying to help her other wife.
She has been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks.
Please tell me with her whip. Oh, damn it. She's whipping the cage! Oh my god. That would be amazing! But remember, Maya's her wife!
He's so funny. This foolish lock!
Fool it to death. Please.
That's right. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
So, I watched a, little mini cosplay runway in Animal Crossing. That was, Rubber Ninja. I can't remember his name, though. For some reason, I see his face. Anyway, and one of the people that walked down the aisle in their cosplay, it was Franziska! And it was perfect! In Animal Crossing, you can be Franziska!
Oh, okay. It cut you out, but it was
in Animal Crossing, someone cosplayed as Franziska, and it was
God.
Perfect.
Did you have a wit?
They used a fishing pole, because there's only so much you can do. New goal. It was so good, though. Like, the hair was completely her hair, because it was, the side sweep with her hair color, and then they did a custom outfit to be her outfit. It was so good. It was fucking amazing. You saw that? Ross O'Donovan. Thank you. Yeah. It was him and they were judging cosplays. Some of them were really good. There was also a femshep that was, oh my God. They did the outfit themselves, but they used that like helmet that you can buy that's black with the red gem.
Okay.
But then they also had it, you could take it off and it was Renegade femshep underneath. So she was all scarred up and stuff. It was really good. It was cool.
I want to play Mass Effect as well.
Same. I'm waiting for hopefully the remake, remaster.
No, same.
But anyway, I just really needed to bring up the amazing Franziska von Karma you can apparently pull off in Animal Crossing. I wish they won, same, but they were like, yeah, they didn't really know Phoenix Wright that much, so damn it. Anyway, yeah, thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday.
It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all of this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold onto someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner.
Is Phoenix... Are they in the way at all, or have they been perfectly out of the way? Because it looks like they're perfectly out of the way, and that's super exciting. Thanks. Oh my god. Finally caught up to old streams, and I'm finally able to be here for one live one. Hey, hi Tyrion Inc.
Hello.
Glad you were able to catch up. Welcome. Man, I guess Game Grumps have done everything except good games. Damn! That shade, though. First DA4? What's that? Then you can remake
Dragon
Mass
Age
Effect?
4.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I want Mass Effect, and I'm not going to deny that.
Agreed.
Definitely hoping for Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered this year. That'd be so good. I'm okay if it's just as broken. Just give me it. Because I've glitched the hell out of it, though. They played the first Phoenix Wright. They didn't play the second one, which has Franziska. They did play the first one, though. And they were just as exhausted as we are. Whenever we do it. Because as much as it's amazing and fun, oh boy, doing a lot of different voices is a lot of work.
It's very taxing.
It can be, yep. I still don't have the answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Deauxnim. No, I mean Miss Misty Fay. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. We all know what she's really after. You don't know by now? We found out the first case. I will solve them all.
For a long
We've
time,
known the whole time. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. February 10th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Oh, yeah, and it was also Danny and Aaron. It wasn't Ross for the first game. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hasakura Temple. Okay. Your Honor? What are you... Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my... Oh! Well, first of all, my chambers. Second of all, like, who says their bedroom is their chambers? Anyway, I'm gonna refer to my bedroom as my chambers from now on.
I don't think he means his bedroom.
Does he not?
I don't.
Isn't that what chambers means?
No, I think he's referring to like
his home.
Judges.
Oh, maybe the judges.
No, I think he's
don't know.
talking about like his. I guess you would think of it as maybe an office or something.
Possibly, yeah.
Because I think it's called the
That
judges'
makes more
chambers,
sense.
isn't it? I thought it
Oh,
was. Maybe.
is it? I don't know. If it is, that makes way more sense. I've just only heard.
I don't think he just came into his bedroom. Yeah, judge's chambers is it refers to a room in the courtroom. Like it says chambers is a room or office used by barristers or a judge. So yeah.
Cat is
like
fine.
not his bedroom, Cat.
In my chambers. God damn it. You know, please no. Chambers equals judge's office. Well, you know what? It's usually behind the actual courtroom. Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Oh, so I'm realizing they're shocked that he's here because it wasn't the first judge.
Right. Because
Canadian
remember
judge.
Edgeworth, he didn't want them to know.
Yeah.
He didn't want
This
him to
game is
recognize
enough
them.
that. Yeah. Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. What?
Oh
Therefore,
God.
I'll be standing in for him.
He's dead too.
Oh God! Just, come on. I'm not gonna say it. I see, Your Honor. So, they're brothers. That explains a lot. 2 on point right now is my point. He's fine, baby.
Yeah.
My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here.
Kat's not gonna say it because then she'll get canceled. I've seen people get canceled for less.
It's true.
It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Godot. I understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement.
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. Coffee.
Oh no, I just realized
Bitter
the cat is in the
darkness that
window.
lies at the bottom of this mug. I mean, I was joking, but he actually did mean coffee.
He did mean coffee. It is the porn music. I have to zoom in whenever Godot's theme plays. Not Godot Flintstones!
I was listening to that and I was like, why is this the Flintstones theme? And then I went downstairs and Eco said the same thing to me and I was like, that's what I heard too.
Right,
So,
you're not the only one!
Yeah, he told me that whole thing that happened.
Japanime, thank you for that gift! Japanime, thank you for that gifted sub to Tyranny Inc. You have access to all the emotes, exclamation point Discord if you'd like to join the Discord and Discord badge next to your name. Welcome to the winners where everyone's a winner. Thank you. That was for the close-up. Thank you, Japanime. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I knew that Zoom would come no matter what. Yep. Yeah, so like Eco's like, we are dying when you guys were laughing about the fact it was Flintstones. You know? Like, to be fair, he even looked back and was like, nothing in the title or in the description says anything about the Flintstones. But
well,
apparently it's just a meme that channel does. F. Ah! Now we know. Anyway. So then you mean, oh, forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make.
Confession? The defendant? Uh-oh. Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Well, F?
Well, trial's over. She did it.
Can we just talk about it?
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's a weird thing to do.
That is.
That's one of my rules. It's like, hey girl, what's your job?
Wait, what you do for that living? Oh my god.
That would be such a weird thing to say.
It's Godot. What the fuck, Godot? You should be in jail.
He's such a creep.
Well.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something that you want to confess to?
Yes. But first, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Deauxnim?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place.
Hence the pulling out the sword.
After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it.
What? Order in the court. Order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes, that's correct.
What? I will always give Phoenix that what, even though it's Lada, it's fine. 3 minutes in
it also
court.
sounds like a bird.
That too. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Ugh.
Ha. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder.
Simona's! Godot, hey, sexy lady.
Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
That rhymed, and I'm kind of upset about it. That Godot. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Alright. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket.
Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime are you trying to cover up by your actions?
Iris was covering for someone? No, I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket.
I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
Godot is Ignatz, don't at me. No, Ignatz needs all the confidence Godot has to be the same. I'm sorry, but main family?
Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique.
It's
Mystic Maya.
scrolling very slowly.
Mystic Maya Fey.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite.
She's naming Maya? Order in the court. Remember when we were talking about how Maya wasn't on trial?
I know, when you said that, I was like,
Well, F! So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I
Did she
cleaned
look
up
like
the
your
area
sister?
to try to protect her.
That's ridiculous! Maya could never do- The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time.
Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Really?
I thought he was gonna say, but I never am.
But I mean, that's not a lie. Why the fuck you lying? The real murderer.
Alright.
I went to the inner temple that night, and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
I mean, good way to protect Maya. As a thing. Yeah.
You lie! You lie!
I mean, still alive, but...
So it was in self-defense?
Yes. Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal.
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
The real murderer. All right. So, what we pressing?
Well, we want to press on the third one.
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling?
Mm-hmm.
Present? Or press?
Yep. No, press.
Okay. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Deauxnim tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye?
Yes, exactly.
Ha. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire.
Worcestershire? Why
Why are you giving me all these words? No, Worcestershire sauce? I know what it is, but
I've heard it, but I can't think of it. Yeah.
Swig of gross sauce. There, it did it.
That.
Perfect.
Oh, God.
Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy?
Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? There is one thing.
Worcestershire. I don't think so.
I thought it was Worcestershire. Like, I thought it was
Yeah.
not
Something
Sire.
like that.
I thought it was
It
Sir.
doesn't matter.
Anyway. Shire. Oh, okay, Shire. That makes more sense. But still. Worcestershire. Is it Worcestershire? I thought it was sure. Anyway. I thought I knew the ending and not the middle, but I don't know.
I've heard it pronounced different ways, and like whoever says it always just kind of mumbles it together, so I don't know.
So Sarah, it's pronounced Worcester.
Wooster.
Worcester. So I'm assuming there is one thing.
Yeah.
Alright. It's how I can cope with pronouncing it. Oh, okay, fair. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do? But this witness is your own client.
Yes, well, nevertheless.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
I just call it steak sauce.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me.
That's literally not how the law works.
This game is not how the law works.
Rigged! Rigged!
Okay. Now, let's continue. Alright.
It's just Worcester or Worcestershire. Okay. I'm sure that's like American pronunciation versus UK pronunciation.
Never heard it pronounced like that.
It wouldn't surprise me. That's because people in the States pronounce things how we want to pronounce them half the time.
Alright. So, we can present on this statement.
And she threw her staff away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, present the staff?
Yeah. Because why would she go for a dagger if she had a sword?
Right. Just mumble it like Bugs Bunny did in one episode. Sounds good. Hi, Quiggles! Sister Iris. There's something strange about your version of the events.
Huh?
Miss Deauxnim throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
I mean, that's effective, but okay.
I mean,
Naturally, you
would
wouldn't know
work.
this, right? Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Deauxnim really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
Objection!
that was an impressive bit of investigating, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this?
Huh?
A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade.
Tim, pretty sure you can't commit perjury 20 times and keep going, oh, right, you caught me, let me change my story. And English country names are great, or county names. You do not pronounce most of them the way they're spelled. Yeah, I found that out. They don't pronounce like half the cities how I would probably pronounce them. Throws me for a fucking loop. Well.
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
But there is something strange about this whole testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Also, if she had a dagger on her, don't you think they would have said that? Like,
found it?
I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah, on her body. Like, I know they didn't find the staff, but that was because it was, like, hidden.
Right.
But,
Feelings?
yeah.
Mr. Wright?
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Deauxnim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Profiles?
Mm-hmm.
Elise Deauxnim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that.
Elise Deauxnim would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Deauxnim. Her real name was Misty Fey.
Faye?
No. Not Mystic Misty Fey.
Who is this Misty Faye? Is she related to?
Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Are you serious?
Aw, she didn't know.
Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Deauxnim actually the great mystic Misty?
There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. F.
Order! Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, this entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing.
Yes? What is this one little thing? One little impossible thing.
Ha. You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted? But you have no idea, Gramps. You should never ask a man if his beans are under-roasted.
Could you get to your point?
I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee.
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
Anyway.
That's very personal.
After hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. Of course.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
It's ketchup.
Ketchup.
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it.
Only closely. Questions? Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene.
Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? The pine tree?
This dagger was stuck in the back side of the pine tree when the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Why would you throw it into a tree?
And how would it get into the tree in the back?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's clearly not scripted. Planted?
Planted. Yeah.
Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Ha. Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee.
Didn't you just say it was your 8th a few minutes ago?
I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
Don't you think that'd be pretty damn important?
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, we'll just go to court anyway. Hope
And
it's
assume-
done.
Yeah. Bullshit. I want to strangle someone. Shenanigans?
In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
Thank you.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right.
What?
Weird, but okay.
That's not your knife.
Or
It's
is
not yours. Or is it? Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately.
Found behind the tree of the inner temple garden. The blood is now being analyzed. Dagger at
I wish it said at the bottom, seems like bullshit.
Seems like that'd be amazing.
Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Why the fuck you lying?
Cute girls never lie. Ever.
You're what?
I'm sorry,
What?
but you were
What?
there. You were
What?
there
What?
for the first trial. with Mia, where the cute girl was complete bullshit and a murderer.
What?
You were there. I have feelings. That is definitely a lie.
This game is making me not like Godot. Better in the anime.
Just say, I like anime
You
Godot.
lie!
Hate game
You
Godot.
lie!
That visor did something to his brain. He's being brainwashed. It's fine. Although he was kind of pervy before that, calling me a kitten repeatedly, but you know.
He's been inappropriate this whole time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I mean, Franziska whips you, but, you know, at least...
I mean, at least it's for humor and for the fact that, like, a woman has that whip and whips people for bullshit. Whereas, like, I mean, even Edgeworth is fine.
No, Edgeworth isn't a creep. He doesn't go around
Yeah.
saying creepy things to people.
Only Godot does. I mean, the judge also was creepy. I'll give him that, too.
He's also just very stupid.
Yeah, the judge is also a moron. There's that.
Even Payne wasn't creepy, was he? I don't think he was.
No,
I mean, we didn't see him
he's
very
just
much. He was
super annoying and wears a lot of wigs.
it's just super annoying.
Wears wigs that fly off when he's angry or surprised.
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor.
Payne was was creepy for brief moments, but mostly annoying. Yeah, the battle.
He probably had a line or two that was like, but not like Godot.
It's not like constant like Godot's has been. Although Godot's has been more constant in this last 2 cases than it was in the first 3. First 2, sorry.
Oh God. She's got so many testimonies. Okay.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
Oh, okay, we needed that.
Okay, well, neither of them look like they were channeling, which is interesting.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
Also, didn't we just establish that that's her mom?
Yeah. Like,
So,
what motive does she have?
She doesn't.
Why is Phoenix on the judge's left in the wide shots, but he's on his right in close-ups? No, I've noticed that too. It throws me off every time. Every time, Soothsayer.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
I don't buy
That
that
seems
bullshit.
reasonable.
Who keeps sliding coffee over to him? Is he like some BS Jedi using the Force? He uses the Force just to get his coffee. It's fine.
Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
The battle. So, I'm assuming we're pressing.
Actually, we're presenting. So we're gonna go to the 4th one, which was, that's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. And we're going to present the autopsy report. It's just a lot of lying going on, man. Yeah, because it says she was stabbed at... Yeah, it says she was stabbed in the back.
Oh, well.
So, yeah.
Edgeworth is Phoenix's broody boy. I mean, they're clearly meant to be together.
Yep.
It's obvious there in the corner. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Rude. Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in the back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Get those bongo booties in chat. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. Maya was a contortionist as well as a mystic.
What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
It's
Those
simple.
booties.
People are like books. What is this analogy? We've all got a front and a back.
You're very
You get my
observant.
drift.
That's like fucking Pokemon when Meowth is having this really deep talk with other Meowth and he goes, we all breathe the same air? We're under the same moon? We have a lot in common when you think about it. And I'm like, that's so much in common, Meowth.
Obscure reference. Like, remember, you guys fucking remember when Meowth, he was talking to the other Meowth and he was like...
I just still, every time, think of obscure shit, I think of Meowth, and it's fucking bullshit about how we're all so similar because we breathe the same fucking air? I have so much in common with everyone now. I do remember that episode. It's the movie! It's the Pokemon movie!
I guess they were going for like, you know, a deep meaning of like, you know.
We have so much in common.
We all
shouldn't
bleed
be
the
fighting
same.
each other. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
them fighting their clones. But I'm just like, Meowth, there are better examples you could have came up with. Wait, the movie. Yeah, that was the movie. Oh my god.
It was like we have so much in common. We both exist.
We both exist! We're both alive! Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
So funny.
Anyway, that's what I thought of. Thanks, Godot. We both eventually die, yes! So much in common. We're both mortal. Well, Kita's not mortal. That's one thing we don't have in common.
Yeah, it really kind of puts a strain on our friendship. When I think about Kat's mortality.
Dark.
Is that all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Godot
Could you
is
please
like,
knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already?
See, Phoenix knows.
Phoenix is tired of it.
Godot's like trying to be edgy.
The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Just some? Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. Godot, when has anything you've ever said made sense?
Seriously?
Ever.
The forbidden friendship between the mortal and immortal. It's true.
Yeah, you say I'm not like friends with mortals, because, you know. Just not my thing.
It's just, you know, getting emotionally attached.
Ugh, and then they like go and die and stuff. It's just like, ugh. Like I don't have time for that.
Cat, glitch your lifespan to be infinite. I mean, that'd be great.
Or horribly depressing, depending on how you look at it.
That's true. What do you mean?
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
He's a coffee connoisseur.
Yeah, okay.
I was a professor. Prosecutor Godot,
He drinks
explain
Folgers. I don't want to hear it. He's
God,
drinking Folgers.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly.
A visor? Like that?
And that is light.
Light.
Oh, okay.
By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
Probably to keep them warm in case they're dying of frostbite. I wonder... Wrong person. I wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
So, like, how can we even take her testimony at all?
Exactly.
If she
That's a good
couldn't see
point.
what happened. Like,
That's a good point.
There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
ha. Lightning and lightning. Get the joke?
hate
Yes,
it.
that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other.
Why would they attack each other, though?
Yeah.
Like,
We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak.
what if you are the demon that lurks in the night?
Ooh.
Isn't that right? Try it.
No!
No!
Order! Order! Order!
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
A lantern from the
Alright.
inner temple garden was not lit the night of the crime. Wasn't the snow melted around it?
Yes. Also, when he's like, oh, it's too dark to see, why would she have written Maya's name on the thing then?
Still questions.
Wouldn't that indicate that she knew who it was?
So many questions.
It's a lot of
Why
questions.
is the judge just sitting there with that
Nothing's
look on
getting
his face?
What's
Oh.
wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
This lantern! There's something written on it.
You just
What? It's written in blood!
Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet.
Written in blood?
You knew. Fuck off.
It says Maya upside down!
What
Oh, I
the?
guess he didn't know.
Oh, yes, that's right.
You just forgot to mention that, Iris.
So she was floating upside down, and she was just like, I'm gonna write Maya in my blood.
She was floating upside.
There's no other explanation.
After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her. With the blood that was draining out of her body.
Who the fuck would do that?
No one.
No one would do that.
It certainly looks that way.
Go get Namsotake.
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean, what are we all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood. Can you not see red?
This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Can he not see red because of his visor? Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all?
How you been?
Oh my god, Tyrion!
How you been?
How you been?
How you been?
Oh my god. God damn it. This is such a long
Haven't
clip
you
too.
seen in...
I
wait,
couldn't do it.
Haven't seen you in, what, a year?
Imagine slipping some 7-Eleven coffee into Godot's cup greater than 3.
Godots. I like that pronounced it Godots. Godots. Imagine slipping some 7-Eleven coffee into his cup. Thank you so much, Tyrion, for the $5 donation for that Lotta clip. Thank you so much. Oh my god. All right. Wait, Bella Coco, did you mean to purge?
I think she meant to purge the one above it.
Oh, okay.
Really.
F. Yay, scrolling. Don't Suit Gomez, I think it's fine. I don't think it's Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, okay. Now that I think about it, or now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot!
He shook.
I'm sizzling.
Yes.
His visor is steaming.
Oh my god.
Okay then, let's move on.
Godot is literally shaking, and somehow, I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose. Somehow.
I do.
I believe it has now been established that
Is he
Miss
going into
Dono...
cardiac arrest? Like, should we?
Should we get him an ambulance?
Yeah.
that Miss Deauxnim was killed by Maya Fey.
That's just wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you?
Can you imagine if I did that every time you took a drink?
Oh my god.
Let's hear it. We're all ears.
Sister Iris's cover-up.
Bitch got another one after this.
I figure this is probably going to be the whole stream.
Yeah, she's taking forever. Jeez.
Jays.
Jeez.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition, so I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
You dragged that body the entire way.
used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and...
Wait.
I used the...
Oh, okay.
What?
No,
What?
I'm where you are.
I used the Shichishido to alter the way the wound looked.
I just accidentally pressed A too soon. But
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't sure where you were.
So you moved the body.
Yes. I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the fake clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Deauxnim was actually Misty Faye. I've committed a terrible sin.
Yeah, that's gotta be awkward.
I mean, just a little bit. Also, I love how she doesn't really care that she was an accessory to murder until she didn't really care until she found out that it was Miss Faye.
Yeah.
Beforehand, she was just like, I mean, it's fine.
Oh, it was just a trick of fate, something like that. Oh, a terrible trick of fate. I caught stream before it caught up. Hold on. Wait, I gotta reorganize shit. Alright. I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
And
yes,
it was awkward.
Can you imagine just being like,
Well,
and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, people mods are just purging anything that could be suggesting something or hinting at something that has not been confirmed one way or another. Just in case. It's just because especially all at once.
okay. So we want to press on the 5th one, which is then I use the snowmobile. Press.
Then I use the snow. Okay. No, you're okay. Everyone's fine. All the hugs. Everyone's typing faster than me today. You're fine. The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? About the tracks?
About the tracks.
Yeah. Hi, Ishik. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
That's what she said.
Okay. Vehicle.
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
It's very important.
Yep.
When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris had just made added to the testimony.
But, does it have something to do with this case?
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
Ha. This should be fun. Let's get the snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Right. We are going to present that weather report that we have.
Oops.
Weather data.
I looped around.
Well, I guess I'll just hang out here for a bit then.
So we're doing it on... Then I use the snowmobile.
No, by the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're presenting which thing? Sorry.
Weather data.
Weather data. Oops. There we go. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Sorry.
F.
No, you have to put it. No, you have to put it on the one before it. Sorry, it didn't make that clear.
F. So I used the Shishishito? No.
No. No, it's not. It like reordered them. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think it wants you to put it on the. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
Dragged it behind me all across Dusky
think
Bridge?
so.
The weather report?
I think. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a little confusing.
That's okay. I would never have thought to do that. Damn it, Phoenix Wright. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because it was on fucking fire, bitch. Because
Yeah,
5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge, it was on fire?
You didn't know that?
Where the
Yeah.
fuck have you been? She was too busy
Yeah.
flying over. She was too busy flying over the bridge.
She was
according to
ascending.
Larry. Yeah.
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of the lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of the real You can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
Bitch.
Without the guide, these logic jumps are really weird. Some of them are. Like, some are like, well, obviously. And then some are like, what?
Need we revisit the clock?
The clock! We're not going to talk about the clock!
Order! 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 Fucking order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness! Even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man.
Me? How dare you?
What? Did you say the full thing?
Yeah.
It cut you off completely. Okay.
Oh, well. Rude Discord.
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Squat!
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Deauxnim was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Deauxnim's body.
He makes a good point, but on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night, so my memory is still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, Trite, maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard.
Someone
Perhaps
flung
you
it.
have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
They literally took her in.
He just catapulted the body. And that's what Larry saw flying over the bridge.
Exactly.
Well, I need to
Yeeted
get it
her.
over there, but the bridge is on fire, so I guess I'll just catapult it.
Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burned out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, oh, do it for us, Phoenix. We'll never know the
I'm gonna
truth.
climb into this catapult.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
Ah! Elise, Misty, yeah.
All right then,
Yeet.
witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony? I don't know, will it?
I hope so.
I don't know, because I got a pee, so I hope so. Moving the body.
Moving the body.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there's a way to cross a burning bridge?
I hear lawnmowers.
Well, that was helpful.
So it was just a misunderstanding, I see.
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
It certainly was burnt to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
Well, Phoenix fell.
You did.
Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Dusky Bridge photo added to court record. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder, again, for the third time.
Maya was accused of murder 1,000,000 times. She was kidnapped. Like, she can't catch a break.
She really can't.
Now she's trapped and possibly dead.
Yep.
Trite. I'm only gonna say it one more time. It is only human to and only humans can spot the errors of our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
I mean, he has never made any sense.
It's true.
All right, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
I need one dead body to prove my theory. Moving the body. All right.
Okay, so we want to present Larry's sketch.
I mean, Maya and murder both start with M. Seems legit to me. On which
I
thing?
mean, in this game's logic, any of them.
Okay, so right away I'll do present. I wreak havoc!
Ooh, below. This image of Iris pleases me.
This image of Iris pleases me. Oh my god. I wreak havoc. Thank you for the 25 months. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Larry's sketch. Oops, I didn't mean to look at it. That's a nice sketch. I like that sketch. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What?
Yeah, I told you she was catapulted. She just yeet.
You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Who was it?
Not as
who
good
is
as the
this
duck
witness?
noise.
No, not as good, but it's still great. I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack and go, go, go. Miss Elise Deaughnim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurice Deauxnim.
Brilliant.
Highly gifted.
Apprentice?
Remember what he said in his testimony. That night, he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. And we realized it's upside down because it's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to throw a gasket.
Throw?
What'd it say? Blow? Oops.
Well, Trite, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything?
I'm sorry, that'd be an impressive 6-year-old. Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. Wow.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Wow!
Wow!
Wow!
Subtle! Fucking subtle.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch?
Yes! Upside down? Why did Godot say that? Because it can't be upside down because she was falling. Hi, Sarah. By the way. How can I purge Godot? Spoilers, Godot.
All right, then. Let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes. All right, Phoenix. Look carefully
Whiskerface.
and think it over. The sketch drawn by Laurice Deauxnim is exactly what happened, but also a complete contradiction. Which one are we supposed to say?
Apparently we don't get penalized if we say a complete contradiction. So let's go with that first.
Okay.
If we get penalized, I'm sorry, but it says we won't.
Something is obviously funny about the sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Laurice Deauxnim stated it over and over, that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe this testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality?
Ah, this is getting
Tasty
interesting.
breakfast squids with sweet
Looks like you're back to that finger-pointing thing again.
Ishak, thank you so much for 2 months of support. Thank you, you sweet bean. I appreciate you. Yay! Oh god, it auto-scrolled.
Yeah.
The flying girl or the suspension?
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
just do the flying girl.
This flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet. Or did I miss something?
Mr. Wright, That answer just now. It was lethal.
F.
Mr. Wright, after dragging us all the way to this point, that answer was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, I'm actually blushing.
Blushing only suits women, not the elderly. Damn.
What?
Anyway, what now? Point to something else or rethink things?
Probably rethink things.
Okay.
I guess it was
Decided to rethink the whole thing.
That sounds like a wise idea.
Rethinking
Damn.
why you became a lawyer? Perhaps you'd like to rethink merely being born.
Damn. Godot with that shade. No, I'm not going that far back.
All right, then. The witness will now return to her testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So
Anyway,
back to
so-
presenting it.
Yeah, we have to present it again. We're supposed to say exactly what happened, but that's like a whole sequence if you say it wrong.
Oh,
Or if you
okay.
do it wrong.
Done.
I mean, we got to see Phoenix going, do people fly? So there's that.
Yeah. He had a thought. It all comes back to this. Oh, wait, we already said this. I admit I didn't really understand it before, but I get it now. This sketch shows the truth. Wait, is that new?
Very well.
I don't know.
All right, then let's hear the
doesn't
defense's
matter.
theory. What exactly is the sketch trying to show?
I don't think the whisker face is gonna. Yeah, right. Okay. Look carefully and think it over. Oh my gosh, she's showing me the sketch again. Okay, exactly what happened. There we go. That's why.
Yep.
Of course, the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right in this sketch. Whoosh. What? I can't.
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air? I spit on my mic.
Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet.
You haven't looked hard enough. Ugh, I wish they had.
Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment.
You're welcome.
Oh, whoops.
I
This
think
is
we
supposed
should...
to be the funny version. Okay, well, I guess we're
Well-
doing this now.
I think we should skip the penalty this time.
Oh,
F.
okay.
That's what Godot said.
Right, so we don't get penalized. Okay, so we must have just had to present something else when we had the sketch up.
It was the suspension part, wasn't it?
Probably.
F.
Yeah, you gotta do the suspension part.
Well,
Anyway.
There must be some way. I just know it. There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
All right, then. The witness will now return to her testimony.
I thought the other version was funnier, honestly. They're like, for a moment of hilarity, do this one. I'm like, well, I think the real way was funnier, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
We didn't get penalized, and that's what matters.
done. All right. It all
Fun
comes
fact,
back
if
to
you
this.
hold B, you can skip a lot of stuff. Just figured that out.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. So we have to do
Yeah, so you wanna pick.
Yes, and you want to pick the, like you said, one of the suspension wires.
Right, okay. Well, the more you know.
The more you know.
So let's do the left suspension wire.
Okay. Hold on, I'm almost there.
Whoosh!
Okay, finally, jeez.
Okay.
I didn't want to accidentally, like, press the wrong thing if I got there. Okay. Yeah.
It's this wire connected to the bridge.
The wire?
Ha. Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
and show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Okay. Well,
is there a photo of it?
There is a photo of the bridge. Where is it?
Dusky Bridge photo.
Yeah.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
What?
Order,
You know,
order.
You were hinting turning it upside down this way. You
I
can tell
know.
me you didn't figure that out?
I know.
This sketch is somewhat different than what was depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps he just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
Yup.
Ass.
With someone like Laurice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for his lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Laurice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That's the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Oh!
No way.
Laurice Deauxnim witnessed the event while he was lying on his back face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. Same thing.
So then, this sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurice Deauxnim's sketch is like this. F. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. Oh, swinging. I didn't even think of that. I just thought it fell into the river. I don't know. That's right. Just like a pendulum. That takes a lot of work. That seems ridiculous.
That seems impossible for her to set up to swing a corpse across
Order.
a chasm.
A little bit. Swinging was not on my mind either. I was thinking falling, but okay.
Of all the things to say, pendulum.
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And
This
the
sounds like
pendulum was the
bullshit.
only way to get it done. Why wouldn't you just throw her
How?
off the bridge?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just throw her body in the
off
river?
bridge?
Wouldn't that make more sense? Why would
That
you
seems
try
way
to
more
just
effective.
move it? Yeah.
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
But also, like, the momentum, how would you
Simona
actually
said, due
get
to
it?
friction, it would never get
Yeah.
that high.
It wouldn't work.
Phoenix logic. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give
Still
us
not
an
believable.
explanation to support your theory.
I'm assuming
Listen.
the photo. What makes you think
Yeah.
the criminal had rope on
Listen.
hand to create the pendulum?
I would have been more likely to believe that there was a catapult.
Seriously, though.
Just saying.
Dusky Bridge photo.
Yep. Take that.
And the meaning of this is?
If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Oh, my beard. This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and when the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Deaughnim's body. They would have had to get halfway. They would have had to get.
How would they have even gotten it?
Also,
While
why
the
is it
bridge is
showing
burning?
her It just yeets her at the end. Okay, but like in order to get that rope, you needed to cross halfway over the bridge. At that point, just run the rest of the fucking way. What? This makes no sense, but this game's gonna say this is what happened, and I'm kind of upset about it. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Not how physics work. Nope.
You could have just dumped it. Do you appreciate that? Because it hurt.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Mr. Godot!
Oh god,
He's
this is gonna
lost
be an
it.
epic reaction.
It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of the rope being readily available were very high.
Fuck off.
So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Oh, he's done now. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? No, it didn't, because it's bullshit. Trite. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum?
I mean, I'm sure we do, because that's how this game is.
It says the autopsy report or her staff or the sphere. But like, what the fuck does that prove? I mean,
Let's do the
what, did the
autopsy
body
report.
fell? Okay.
I guess, yeah, it says fell 10 feet.
But still!
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Like, the only thing I can see is they cut the rope. That's the only way they could have gotten it. Not if it snapped. If it snapped, they had to cross the bridge halfway. That's just fact. Anyway. Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. And again, how did she just magically get untied on the other side? Unless someone was there to catch her. Anyway.
I guess, but that would take some planning too.
That would take planning as well.
Like, what? Did someone just walk by and go, hey,
Yeah,
can you cut
seriously.
this corpse?
That.
I'm gonna swing it.
Exactly that. If the body
And
was
they're like,
pushed
"What?"
from this point here, what? Can't hear you over the burning fire and
then the
storm.
corpse just hits them.
Oh my god. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. So they're saying, okay, so they're saying that the cliff side is higher, so when she swung, it would have been enough to get her high enough on the other side. So someone was there to catch. No, it's not, but that's what he's saying.
Bullshit.
So that would make more sense. And if someone was there to catch it, that would make also sense. So it was planned because they cut the rope. So basically, it just had to have been planned. That makes more sense than the image of her just magically being released from the wire.
Listen, why are we discrediting my catapult theory?
No, I think that's better. Still makes more sense.
I'd be like, this ancient catapult has been here for many years.
The body swung.
I would have believed that more than this.
Seriously. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. Oh, you're still saying that it came loose and landed on impact. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off Miss Elise Deauxnim's staff. And even more important is the place where the crystal sphere was found.
Indeed, I believe it's already marked on the overhead map.
The crystal was found.
The crystal was found. Oh!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. Headcanon is a catapult, exactly. The inner temple's holy catapult.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with the way the body could have...
Why was there a smack?
With a way the body could have been moved that night.
Godot's getting another cup of coffee, probably.
An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive.
Oh. Ah. I mean, you weren't wrong.
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
I know what you're doing.
Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot?
That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma.
Ah.
Coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
Can an aroma be profound?
The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. That's not. God damn it. Can you elaborate a bit more? God damn it, Phoenix.
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
Yeah.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body at Hazakura Temple side? It was
Clearly Iris. I don't know, I'm guessing it was Iris. It was Iris? Okay. Why is Godot drinking cold coffee? Ew.
Ew. Yeah, he drinks it so fast. Like, there's no way that he'd be drinking cold.
That's true. It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh?
Did you say huh? Oh, okay.
But I
don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could have never picked up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
right. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. That's really disrespectful, sir.
Yeah, it is. I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in 2 different places at one time. Same time, same thing.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burned-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred, something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing, unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying the witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is?
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. Oh, did it? So now it's her sister. But how? Is she channeling her sister and we can't fucking tell because they look the fucking same?
I mean...
F. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya? Because it's all she knows. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... Hawthorne.
Lotta!
No! Dahlia Hawthorne.
Lotta!
But the problem is, you can't prove channeling, unfortunately. This game doesn't accept it, so we'll see how this goes. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister, and you're looking at her. Howdy, y'all got me!
I would freaking lose it.
Oh my god. She just whips off the wig, and there's the fro comes out.
That'd be
Oh my
so
god.
funny.
No, hair color doesn't change, because Mia's always had the same hair color. It's just her appearance changes. But she's wearing the same outfit and has the same hair color when being, as like Pearl or Maya when being channeled. But her face and her body changes. So, seeing as they're twins, they look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Ha. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Maybe she didn't have a sister in the first place. I think this game's canonly making them sisters. Unfortunately. I still think it's a very, very big loophole they decided to fill, but you know. Or
I mean-
create? Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
Jiggle
No,
physics.
the honor is all mine.
We don't like jiggle physics. Jingle physics?
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
You lie! You lie!
They did establish channeling was real, but at the same time, this game still likes to fight it as proof. annoying.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
What?
Why do you have that info on hand?
Order! Order! Order!
Wait a moment. How can you... My sister. She's already dead. What kind of...
Also, her
Shut
demeanor
up.
hasn't changed that much. She still does the same thing.
Squids with sweet potato.
Yeah, her animations haven't really changed.
Sir, thank you so much for 5 freaking months. Yay! Thank you so much. You sweepy. What did you say?
I said her animations haven't really changed.
No,
To
like
where
she's
you'd
maybe
be
a little
like-
more angry, but she's getting accused right now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she uses the anger sprite more, but that's it. Otherwise, she's still doing.
Yeah.
She's not as much.
It's not. Yeah,
It's not as obvious
evident.
as if they use the same.
Mhm.
You of all people already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Korean channeling technique flows within that body.
The Korean channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
Oh my
That's
god.
right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was?
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
It happens all the time in this game.
I mean,
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night. There were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
2 of them?
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris was at dinner. The Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business? Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
It's more believable than the pendulum, to be honest, yeah. What?
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
whee!
It looks like it stabbed through her with the way they drew it. It was... Oh, that's you.
It was later that the body was moved by pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
No. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Ha. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
Probably.
Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
Oh, are you really gonna be the reason I think of something?
So switch places.
Ah! They did. I'm still wondering who was on the other side channeling, unless it was Maya. But
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia. Which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, there was!
There was.
The whatchamacallit? Earthquake. Your Honor! I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give the murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. No! The person who gave Iris a chance to move freely about was, I would say that it was the earthquake. It's not Edgeworth's fault, but we're gonna blame it on Edgeworth. Are we blaming it on Edgeworth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bae.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Edgeworth's just sitting in the, like, stands like, fuck.
Fuck.
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might... No, he fainted.
Yeah.
He full on fainted.
You can't control that.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
How could I have... She fled. She escaped.
Yeah, because he has PTSD from earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met with none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Has she come out to play?
I think she has.
Be quiet.
There it is.
Oh, she's out to play.
Yep.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice!
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession.
Oh my god.
That's one of my rules.
Don't hit on a murderer.
Murderer. My current profession, murderer.
I mean...
Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession, permanently retired.
Ha. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Oh, it's Lady 47.
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
That's a
That's a
scary
different
face. She
face.
got it from her mama.
She's never had that face before. Seriously, though.
Can we just
What
talk
is
about-
going on here?
How she did it.
Can we just talk about how she did it? Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. And I never thought we'd meet like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself. Save To be continued.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, son.
What a cliffhanger.
Seriously, though. Holy hell. Well, here we are.
Okay. Well,
Can we just talk about how she did it? Yeah. I mean, basically. Oh, cancel. I don't mean to do that. Yeet Dahlia. Seriously, though. Oh my god. Yeah, she's already dead. How do you, like, charge someone like that? Like, I guess you have to charge the
Suck them up in a vacuum?
medium. Right? Kill all the mediums, they can't come back, but then that's just sad. Unless you can cut off their spiritual energy, but I don't think you could do that. I feel like that's not a thing. This isn't the Avatar. Can't cut off the Avatar. Ghostbusters, who are you gonna call? Well, is it bad that I like Dahlia as a character? I mean, I like her confidence and bitchiness, but I just want to also punch her in the face. Just a little bit.
She's fun to play.
Just, yeah, I can see that. But we did it. We fucking did it. Hui. Maya's a medium. I know! And Pearl! That's why I wouldn't want to do it. But, like, how do you prosecute this? How do you handle this? I have no fucking clue. Talia's a badass who I want to see yeeted into a volcano. I mean, she'd survive. She survives everything. But, thank you, Kita, for joining me. Holy shit. Thank you.
Holy shit, indeed.
Holy shit. And thank you, chat, for spending a Wednesday with us. I'll let Kita talk about what we're doing next. But tomorrow, I'm doing 2 Patreon picks, starting with Corpse Party from Hall. We'll be in episode 8, or chapter... I lied. Wow. Chapter 5. Anyway. And then we'll be doing more Unavowed, which is Lacius's Patreon pick. And then Friday is more Death Stranding. And then Saturday is D&D. So that's all that's noon Central Standard Time, except for Saturdays at 6 p.m. Just so everyone knows. So, Kita, what is your stream schedule?
Well, tonight we're going to be continuing Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Golden Deer route. So we'll be doing that.
Fear the deer.
And then... Huh?
Fear the deer.
Fear the deer. And then tomorrow morning I am starting Bioshock 2 on the Switch. That just came out. And then in the evening we're continuing Persona. And then Friday we are doing more Bioshock. So yeah.
Hex yes. Hex yes. So be there tonight if you are awake. Please spend time with us and laugh with us and thirst with us. Because it's so much fun. And hopefully Discord doesn't fight us tonight. Crossing all the fingers. Cross fingers for us, guys. And we're going to go raid Kuri, who is currently playing Phantasy Star Online 2. So, she was hanging out yesterday. Let's go give her some love. And copy and paste those messages. Make sure they work. But also, if you have Kita's panties, use that one as well. And I will see you guys. I'll thirst for sure. Hell yeah. And we'll both see you guys tonight. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. But have a good night, you guys. Bye, everyone.